Let me tell you a story that the media will never explain properly. It's the story of Iran, and more importantly, it's a warning to the West. Because what we're watching unfold right now in Iran didn't come out of nowhere. It wasn't sudden, it wasn't irrational. It was set in motion decades ago by the very powers now pretending to be shocked by the consequences. In 1953, Iran made a mistake that powerful interests could never forgive. It elected a leader who believed that Iranian oil should belong to the Iranian people. Mohammad Mossadegh moved to nationalise oil production, cutting Britain and the United States out of a resource that they believed that they were entitled to control. So the champions of democracy did what the champions of democracy always do when it threatens profit. They overthrew it. The CIA and MI6 orchestrated a coup, removed a democratically elected prime minister and reinstalled the Shah as an authoritarian ruler loyal to Western interests. From that moment on, Iran was no longer sovereign. It was managed. Its people lived under torture, surveillance, secret police and cultural humiliation, all in the name of stability. That resentment didn't disappear. It fermented. And by 1979, it exploded. Students, workers, secular reformers, communists and Islamic groups all rose up together to overthrow the Shah. And for a brief moment, Iranians genuinely believed that they'd reclaim their country. Revolutions don't end when the dictator falls. They end when power consolidates. And in Iran, the most ruthless and organised faction won. The Islamists seized control. They executed or imprisoned the communists. They purged secular voices and crushed dissent. And they replaced one form of tyranny with another, establishing the Islamic Republic. A revolution born of Western interference was now weaponised by religious absolutism. See any parallels? The new regime as well quickly turned on the United States. The embassy hostage crisis humiliated Washington. A rescue mission failed. Iran became isolated, sanctioned and very defiant. And then came the Iran-Iraq war. 8 years of slaughter, millions dead. And once again, Western powers backed a dictator, Saddam Hussein, to contain a monster that they'd helped create in the first place, thus creating a second monster. The war in Iran taught a lesson. If you can't beat the West directly, you fight them indirectly. And so Iran perfected proxy warfare, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, influence without borders, plausible deniability, endless instability. And even, and I saw this with my own eyes, in the early 2000s, Western soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan were killed by bomb technology linked back to the Iranians. The consequences of meddling were now being paid for in our own blood. And still the cycle continues because the sanctions tightened, the economy collapsed,